Hey guys, you're watching. Reader Recap. The story begins with a pink-haired boy awakening in an unknown place, groaning in pain and disorientation. He wonders if someone has attempted to bury him, but upon trying to open his eyes, he realizes that he can see through the coffin. This surprises him, and he decides to look around his surroundings. He notices many people, including a brown-haired girl, standing near the burial site where he is being interred. 2 individuals were in the process of burying him. One of the 2 people digging the grave approaches the brown-haired girl, telling her that she need not have come alone and that they could take care of the matter themselves. However, the girl silences him and thinks to herself that she needs to make sure that the boy is indeed buried so that she can find peace of mind. In this scene, the pink-haired boy introduces himself as Jiang Chen and reveals that he was considered a fool in 8 villages for 18 years. However, his life changed when he was brought into the Gu family and married Miss Guan Qi. The reason for this was that an old Taoist had predicted that Jiang Chen's date of birth could cure Guan Qi's illness. Jiang Chen explains that after the wedding, Guan Qi deceived him with her fake care, and once she recovered, she poisoned him. To make matters worse, the Gu family agreed to this because they did not want to admit that a fool was their son-in-law. As Jiang Chen lay dying, a powerful spirit had fallen to earth and was attempting to take over his body, but it was accidentally absorbed by him. Jiang Chen asserts that in God's eyes, he is not only alive but also not foolish. Jiang Chen expresses his anger towards the Gu family and Guan Qi, vowing to make them pay for what they have done. In this scene, Guan Qi is waiting for a man named Sha Bai, who arrives in a car. Sha Bai is the general manager of the Ding Feng group and the direct heir to the Sha family. Guan Qi calls him Brother Bai, and Sha Bai asks her if it is done. Soon, it's revealed that Sha Bai had something to do with Jiang Chen's apparent death. Sha Bai expresses his disdain for Jiang Chen, calling him a dog, and Guan Qi reassures him that she will declare to the world that Jiang Chen died of illness. Sha Bai is relieved and indicates that their wedding can now be prepared faster. However, his true motivations are revealed when he thinks to himself that he needs financial funds from the Gu family due to recent crises in the Dingfeng group. He admits that he would not want to marry a married woman otherwise. As Sha Bai and Guan Qi start to be physically inside the car, Jiang Chen unexpectedly emerges from the place where he was buried, surprising the 2 people who were burying him. They mistake him for a ghost. Sha Bai and Guan Qi are completely taken aback and frozen with shock to see Jiang Chen alive and standing in front of them. Jiang Chen, on the other hand, seems calm and composed as he greets them casually. "Hello, are you having fun?" Despite being questioned by Sha Bai and Guan Qi as to how he could possibly be alive, both of them are still in a state of disbelief and consider Jiang Chen to be a ghost. With a sly grin on his face, Jiang Chen pulls Sha Bai out of his car and hurls him onto the ground, relishing in the sight of his enemy's humiliation. "Playing with my wife?" He sneers, a hint of menace in his voice. Jiang Chen then turns his attention to another foe, Guan Qi, whom he had previously buried alive. With a swift motion, he digs up the spot where Guan Qi had been interred and tosses her and Sha Bai into the pit together. Those 2 plead for mercy, but Jiang Chen is not one to show mercy to his enemies. "Killing you would only soil my hands," he declares. "I'll deal with you using cheap tricks, and then I'll call the reporters so that everyone in this city knows what kind of scum you are." As he walks away from the scene, Jiang Chen's thoughts turn to a mysterious soul that he has recently absorbed. Through this soul, he has gained access to the memories of a powerful entity known as Zhang Tianzun. In these memories, he sees a world teeming with monsters and fierce warriors, and he learns of the many extraordinary techniques, medical skills, enchantments, and alchemy that Zhang Tianzun had mastered. Despite the wealth of knowledge that he has gained, Jiang Chen knows that he will need to rely on his own spiritual energy to practice these techniques. As the morning sun rises over the horizon, Jiang Chen awakens from a restful night's sleep. Despite feeling comfortable and well-rested, he realizes that the spiritual energy in the surrounding mountain range is extremely thin, which may hinder his cultivation practice. However, Jiang Chen is not one to be discouraged by such setbacks. With fierce determination in his heart, he proclaims, "But since God won't let me die, then I, Jiang Chen, will surely live this wonderful life." Meanwhile, at Jiang Chen's home, a group of unwelcome visitors arrives. They demand payment of a large sum of money, 100,000 yuan, and give Jiang Ruo, his 16-year-old sister, a deadline to repay the debt. Jiang Ruo pleads for more time, but the visitors are adamant that they want their money back. The situation takes a darker turn when a red-haired man suggests that Jiang Ruo pay the debt with her body if she cannot come up with the money. However, Jiang Ruo resists this vile suggestion with all her might. Just as the red-haired man is about to make his move, he suddenly gets kicked from behind, and it's none other than Jiang Chen who has dealt the blow. Jiang Chen's eyes burn with fierce rage as he confronts the men who have dared to threaten his family. "Let's see who dares to touch my sister," he declares, his voice ringing out with a confidence born of his formidable strength and unwavering courage. People were surprised to see that Jiang Chen had a different personality. Chen challenged the bully to come together if they wanted to fight him. One of the bullies called him an idiot and said that it wasn't against the law if he killed them. This made a red-haired man yell at Jiang Chen and threaten him for not thinking he had to pay. Jiang Chen said he would pay the money. The bullies were shocked to hear this because Jiang Chen only had 3 days to pay. Bullies threaten Jiang Chen's sister if he doesn't pay them money. Jiang Ruo shares his concern with his brother Chen about the situation. Despite being away for some time, Chen empathizes with his family's plight and offers reassurance. Chen asks why they have so much debt, and Jiang Ruo explains that their father was angry and sick after being kicked out of Gu's family when they tried to visit Chen. Having no money, they borrowed 3,000 yuan from Guradin, but the interest rate kept increasing, and the debt ballooned to 100,000 yuan. The bullies are now after their family to pay the debt, which has put them in danger. Jiang Chen shows his determination to take care of his family in their time of need. He recognizes the gravity of the situation and is willing to take on the responsibility of earning money to help his family pay off their debt and support their father's treatment. Jiang Chen's father, however, expresses his skepticism about the situation, as he believes that their financial situation is so dire that treatment may be impossible without money. Nonetheless, Jiang Chen remains steadfast and committed to finding a solution, assuring his family that they can count on him to take care of things. Jiang Chen has just used his healing powers to help his father feel better, leaving him feeling more youthful and comfortable. Chen's mother is surprised by this sudden turn of events and questions her son about what's happening. Chen reassures her that he will explain everything when the time is right, and he proceeds to check both of their health. In the next scene, Jiang Chen is at the Renkang group, and he discusses the company's history with his companions. The group has been in competition with the Gu family for decades, but they have always lost. Jiang Chen sees an opportunity to ally with the Renkang group, since the enemy of his enemy is his friend. He decides to start with this group to achieve his goal of earning money to pay off his family's debt. Jiang Chen enters the Renkang group looking for Fan Day, the chairman of the company. However, upon arrival, he is greeted by a receptionist who seems surprised to see him. Suddenly, a brown-haired man arrives and recognizes Jiang Chen as the son-in-law of the Gu family who was recently kicked out for allegedly molesting someone's nanny. The brown-haired man warns the receptionist to be careful and tells Jiang Chen to leave. However, when 2 bodyguards try to attack him, Jiang Chen uses his strength to knock them away with a single punch. Jiang Chen's unwavering determination and confidence are evident as he confronts the group of bodyguards blocking his way to see Fan Day, the chairman of Renkang Group. Despite their threats and attempts to intimidate him, Jiang Chen remains unfazed and resolute in his goal. When the bodyguards attack him, Jiang Chen's impressive fighting skills are on full display as he effortlessly dispatches them with just 1 punch each. This demonstration of his physical prowess leaves both the brown-haired man and the receptionist in shock and disbelief, questioning how this fool could be such a skilled fighter. As the bodyguard trembles with fear, he exclaims in a trembling voice, "You! Stay away from me!" His heart races with anxiety as he looks at the imposing figure before him. Jiang Chen, however, remains undeterred by the bodyguard's outburst and reiterates his demand with a firm voice. I told you, I want to meet Fan Di. The receptionist, sensing the urgency of the situation, acquiesces to Jiang Chen's request with trepidation. Yes, I will call him immediately. After placing the call, she informs Jiang Chen of the chairman's request. Sir, the chairman has asked you to go up to the top floor first. Without hesitation, Jiang Chen makes his way to the top floor, where he is greeted by a woman with brown hair. Her eyes lock onto his as she asks, Are you Mr. Jiang? Please follow me. As Chen follows the lady, he can't help but think of her body and how he wishes she was wearing a uniform skirt. He then suddenly uses a skill that allows him to see underneath clothes and remarks that Zhang Tianzun, the mysterious soul within him, really knows how to play as he possesses such a skill. The lady then notices Chen's nosebleed and asks if he is okay, to which Chen brushes it off and continues towards Fan Day's office. Upon entering, Fan Day comments on how Chen doesn't look like the idiot everyone says he is. Chen gets straight to the point and offers a way to help Fan Day's company surpass the Gu Group and become the #1 pharmaceutical giant in Xianshuan City. Fan Day is surprised and asks what Chen is relying on and what he wants in return. Chen confidently asks for 100,000 yuan once everything is done and requests to borrow Fan Day's lab for an hour. Fan Day orders the brown-haired lady, Xiao He, to take Chen to the lab and make the necessary arrangements. Chen went into the lab and fell asleep. The lady with brown hair asked if they should call security, but Fan Day said no and told her to watch. When Chen woke up, he said he had slept well and it was time to start working. After a while, Chen said he was done and they should look at the results. Fan Day questioned if that was all they were relying on and asked about the effects of the medicine. Chen said it could get rid of scars, whether old or new. The lady accused Chen of bragging and said it only took him 5 minutes. Chen pulled her down on the sofa and told her to be quiet while he poured the medicine on her wound. The lady was astonished as she felt a comfortable warmth and exclaimed, It's so hot and comfortable, what's happening? Did the wound really disappear? It's really gone. Fan Di, who was with her, was also amazed and said, Did such a long scar really disappear in an instant? Chen confidently suggested testing his ointment with more people if Fan Di was unsure of its efficacy. However, Fan Di declined to work with him, causing Chen to express his surprise and disappointment. Chen then decided to find someone else to work with, but his plans were interrupted by Guanqi's sudden appearance. Guanqi accused Chen of stealing confidential information from the Gu Group and gave him 2 choices: hand over their scar removal prescription or go to jail. Chen smiled and asked if Guanqi was accusing him of stealing from her house. Guanqi didn't care and gave Chen a chance to hand it over and live peacefully since they were married. The woman with brown hair addressed Chen and exclaimed, So the medicine is stolen. I really misjudged you. Fan Day then spoke and expressed his surprise. Jiang Chen, I never thought you would do such a thing. Guanqi interrupted, reminding everyone that time is precious, and handed Chen a card with a password and 500,000 yuan in it, stating that it would be enough for his family to live a comfortable life. However, Chen threw the card away and expressed his disgust, saying, Your Gu family's money? That's disgusting. If you say that I stole the recipe, then you can read out the recipe and listen to it. Guanqi's family lawyer, Fen Jian, then suggested that they let the police handle the situation, to which Guanqi agreed, saying that Chen would go to jail. Instead of replying to their threats, Chen spoke to the lawyer and asked if he had ever taken medication for kidney deficiency, stating that he could cure it. The lawyer was surprised to hear that he could be cured, and Chen then asked Fan Day for permission to use his lab again, which Fan Day agreed to. As he was heading toward the lab, Chen told them to behave nicely and wait, and the lawyer asked Guanqi if they really had to wait for Chen. After some time, Chen returned with the medicine he had made and assured everyone not to be surprised when they saw the results. He poured the medicine into the lawyer's mouth and instructed him to drink it, assuring him that it was not poison when he asked. After drinking the medicine, the lawyer exclaimed, Wait, this feeling? I actually feel healthier? My body actually feels cured, Fen Zhan exclaimed in surprise. That medicine really has a miraculous effect? Chen then teased Guanqi and asked if she would still accuse him of stealing from her family. Guanqi, feeling embarrassed, admitted that Chen had won this time and gave him some advice, saying that one's talent could make others envious. Chen responded by saying that he found it interesting and wanted to see who would dare to fight him. Guanqi and the lawyer then left the scene. The lady with brown hair expressed her admiration for Chen, saying that she didn't misjudge him. Fang Day also felt embarrassed and admitted that he had been blind before, mentioning the cooperation that Chen had offered. However, Chen interrupted him, saying that they were no longer suitable for cooperation. Chen then asked Fang Day why Guanqi knew he was there and that he had created a new medicine. Fang Day was afraid and tried to calm Chen down, suggesting that they could be friends and that Rakin Group would be willing to buy Chen's products at double the price if he had any new research in the future. Jiang Chen said that he would discuss it later and began to leave, while Fang Day chased after him. However, Jiang Chen left without looking back. Chen is sitting on a bench in the city and thinking about the blockade set up by the Gu family. He reflects on how he was rejected by another pharmaceutical company after leaving Rakin Group. The city police sent by the Gu family had even blocked the stalls in the square. Chen realizes that he needs to take action. Suddenly, he sees the news on the billboard about the return of Miss Mu Shishue, the daughter of the most affluent group in the city, after her trip to South Africa. Chen seems happy after hearing the name and thinks about the Xingxian Group, a big company in Xianshuan City. He believes that the Gu and Rakin groups are nothing in front of them. Chen thinks that if he can reach Mu Shishue, the other matters can be solved. As Chen was lost in his thoughts, a group of people suddenly approached him and threatened to hand over the secret medicine recipe. One of them gave him a 3-second ultimatum to comply, while the other threatened to kill him on the spot. In response, Chen punched one of them and sent him flying with a single blow. He then warned them to go back and informed the Gu family that he is not afraid of them and is waiting for them to come back any time. The bullies ran away in fear from Chen's display of strength. Chen was practicing his cultivation techniques in a mountainous area when he realized that he needed to use celestial measuring techniques to locate Mu Shishue. He explained that this technique could spy on the will of heaven and help with prophecy and past and present lives, making it useful for finding people like Mu Shishue. Chen started to search for Mu Shishue using this technique, and after some time, he was able to locate her. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you and see you on the next one.